Hello there and welcome to Awesome Stadium, respected and feared by all opponents. This might be, per capita, the loudest place in college football. Very tough environment for any visitor. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll test the right side here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They'll try the option play here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. The pass rush closing in. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time. Allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a first sack of the game.
The Ducks will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down after a short gain there. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay within the man coverage. Very tough to do.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Grab down the middle. It's Willis. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. That completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. We're trying to run it with the option. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Ducks are going to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. A quick throw out left, complete. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be 1st down yardage.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's looking deep here. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They've punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Short throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
Offense offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision?
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The ball near midfield. The offense going to go for it on 4th down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st down, it's play action. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here. I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Handoff running right. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the defense look slow that time.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oregon 14, Alabama 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a play deep downfield. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
It's an option look. Pitch to the back. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
No gain on the play.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on 3rd down? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker. And the Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Tackle made at the 24 as they begin to put a drive together.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's going to pull it down and run. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a target, and it's complete. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. Quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. A change of direction. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
First and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Now they get set to kick it away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll start the drive here with an end around. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. And the Ducks looking to use the out-tempo offense here. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Alabama.
Third down play for this offense. They'll run the option. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2.
42 Spider. 4-2. Gaucho. Gorilla.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He'll take a deep shot here. Downfield and incomplete. A fourth down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Caught over the middle. It's Jamania.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Bringing pressure. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. First and goal. Great chance now to draw even before halftime. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Bama. Still no answer for this offense. Here's the point after attempt. And it's up and good.
The extra point is good.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And this will be fair caught about the 15. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The tight end has got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another first and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. And that falls incomplete as time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. We get the second half started with the running play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's running out of time here. Hit just as he throws the ball. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball almost every time they had a possession. They were putting points up on the board. Now to start this third quarter, they don't convert here on third down. They have so much confidence. I wouldn't be shocked to see them still go for this here.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on fourth down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They give it to the receiver on a jet sweep. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Here's that defense shifting again. Can he get there on the ground? They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done on that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and they make a play.
And the field goal is good. And they've reclaimed the lead with that. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's an out route. The catch made. It breaks loose at the 40. Physical run earns the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, tied. He'll take the lead in the second half.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. It's a shotgun run call. They'll tackle him right at the 31. The Ducks looking to run some tempo here. Looking to pass here on second down. And the ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Powering through the defender. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Boy, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Trying for a 4th down completion. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Ducks looking to keep this drive rolling. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Oregon. So down by 5, they'll go for 2, trying to keep this to a field goal margin. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He finds the running back in the flat. He's not going to get there. The 2-point try fails. They can't cut into this deficit any further. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Turner looking to make a play here. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Boy, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 35, Oregon 30.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Receiver in motion now. They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they finally stop him, but a decent game that time.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. And the quarterback keeps it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
For the linebackers and really the quarterback and the defense on this play, diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. Just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Head coach stays aggressive after failing on the last 2 4th down attempts. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Keeping it on the ground here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's going to take another shot right here. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Now the 40. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
First and goal, handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
Doesn't even get the pitch up before they bring him to the ground. The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. And he'll set up to throw. Defense is coming after him. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. I thought he was going to be able to find a way to get to the end zone. He is such a threat when he takes off. He pulls that ball down and tries to get to the end zone on these scrambles. But the defense just keeps him out of the goal line.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback dropping back. He's going to take off here. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time, before he can get out, they keep him to a short gain.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it go as he's being hit. And it's picked off in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Can they play key boy here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a timeout on the field. Talk some strategy. A crucial moment here. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Jamania. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. No press here. The defense backing away. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Breaks loose at the 40.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And Direct snap to the up man. And the fake doesn't work. Will the head coach pay for that decision? Defense was all over that. The gamble doesn't pay off. Now the offense will take over in good position. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. And it comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Tight end goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Short connection to the tight end here. They make the 1st down, brought down to the 31. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
2nd down, they're going to throw it. And he's got his man open downfield. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, just like this in the 4th quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get 1st downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw now on 1st down. Pressure is coming. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. Now it's 2nd down here. From the shotgun, drops back. There's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And on that takeaway, the final play of the game. So the win streak continues for this team. Good job, Kirk, bouncing back. They're just getting stronger and stronger now.
You've seen their stock start to really rise, and these players seem to be buying in. Credit to the coaching staff for leading this streak and keeping this team together after that loss a few weeks back. You can tell this team is bought all the way in.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.